Last year, people spent over $500 million on NAD+ supplements. And there is almost no solid human evidence that most of them actually do what the label promises. Not enough evidence yet. Almost none. If you've bought NMN, NR, or an NAD+ boosting powder in the last few years, or you've been thinking about it, I need you to hear this before you spend another dollar. Today, I'm going to show you what NAD+ actually is, why the marketing got so far ahead of the science, and what the research actually supports if you want to protect your energy and cellular health as you age. NAD+ stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, and honestly, you don't need to remember that name. What matters is what it does. It's a molecule every single cell in your body needs to make energy, repair DNA, and keep your metabolism running. And here's the part the supplement ads love to mention: NAD+ levels do decline with age. A 2019 study published in the journal Nature Communications found that NAD+ levels can drop by as much as 50% between age 40 and age 60. That part is real. What's not as clear is whether swallowing a supplement actually fixes it in a way that changes how you feel or how long you live. This video isn't here to tell you NAD+ doesn't matter, it does. It's here to separate what's proven from what's being sold. Stick with me, and if this kind of honest, research-first breakdown is useful to you, consider subscribing. We do this twice a week. Think of NAD+ as a delivery truck inside every one of your cells. It carries electrons around to power the tiny engines, called mitochondria, that turn food into usable energy. Without enough NAD+, that energy production slows down, and so does your body's ability to repair damaged DNA. That's the legitimate science behind why researchers care about NAD+ and aging in the first place. This week's takeaway: understanding this part isn't about buying anything yet, it's about knowing what's actually being studied, so you're not an easy target for whoever's selling the loudest claim. Here's where things get slippery. Most of the dramatic claims you see, reverses aging, adds 10 years to your life, come from studies done on mice, yeast, or cells in a lab dish, not from long-term human trials. A 2022 review in the journal Nutrients looked at human trials of NMN and NR, the two most popular NAD+ precursor supplements, and found that while they do raise NAD+ levels in the blood, the evidence for actual benefits, more energy, better memory, longer life, in humans is still limited and mixed. Some small human trials showed modest improvements in blood vessel function or exercise measures. Others showed no meaningful difference at all. The actionable takeaway: if a product's marketing leans on animal studies to sell you a human result, that's a red flag worth noticing, not a reason to panic, just a reason to read the label more carefully. Now here's the encouraging part. The things with the strongest human evidence for supporting NAD+ levels and healthy aging aren't sold in a bottle with a $60 price tag. Regular exercise, especially a mix of cardio and strength training, has been shown in multiple studies to help maintain healthier NAD+ metabolism as we age. Time-restricted eating and maintaining a healthy weight also support the same cellular pathways. And consistent, quality sleep plays a role too, since your body does much of its cellular repair work overnight. This week's takeaway: before spending money on a supplement, ask whether you've actually nailed these three basics first, because the research behind them is far stronger than the research behind most powders on the market. If you've decided you still want to try an NAD+ supplement, and for some people, especially under a doctor's guidance, that can be a reasonable choice, there are ways to shop smarter. Look for third-party testing, like NSF or USP certification, since supplements aren't regulated the way medications are. Be skeptical of anything promising a specific number of extra years. And talk to your doctor first, especially if you're on other medications, since NAD+ precursors can interact with certain drugs. The actionable takeaway: treat any supplement purchase like you'd treat a big purchase in general. Research the company, not just the ingredient. So here's what actually matters. NAD+ decline with age is real, that part of the science is solid. But most of the dramatic marketing claims about supplements reversing that decline come from animal studies, not proven human results. And the habits with the strongest evidence behind them, exercise, sleep, and time-restricted eating, are free, and they work on the same biological pathways these supplements are trying to target. If you take one action this week, make it this: before you buy another bottle of anything, spend 30 seconds looking up whether it's third-party tested. If you found this useful, you'll want to watch what GLP-1 drugs actually do to your body after 60 next. I'll link it on screen now. And if this kind of evidence-based content is useful to you, subscribing means you'll get a new video every Tuesday and Friday, cutting through the noise in the longevity space, so you don't have to. I want you leaving this video not confused, but warned, a little more skeptical of the next big claim you see online, and a little more confident in the basics that actually work. Everything in this video is for educational purposes only. Please speak with your doctor before making any changes to your health routine.